Okay. I'm gonna set these up here.
Okie dokie.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. We have a bunch of question and answers today that we kind of want to hit, and we want to start off with asking you guys to help us name our channel because we're trying to bring it to Facebook and go live and do cool things. So kind of help us figure out what to call ourselves because Beauty and the Geek is a TV show, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like a beauty and then a geek, and they date, and it's not exactly crypto talk. So help us come up with something creative. Comment those below. But a lot of my friends and a lot of Steven's friends have been asking us, first they have been asking a lot on how do I start with cryptocurrency, with investing, with Coinbase, how do I kind of get into the game? So I'm going to let Steven kind of elaborate more.
So you can go on the App Store of your phone, download Coinbase, use the referral link, that'll help her out.
We both get $10 free after you invest $100.
Yep, and then on the home screen, you can literally just scroll down, look at what they call the watch list, the top cryptocurrencies there, and all the prices, and you can click on them and see their history of their prices. If you go down a little bit more, there's a section called Top Movers, and the cool thing about that is it shows you the top cryptocurrencies that are going up for the day, and then the top losers for the day. So I actually like to look at the top losers because if you try to buy on a dip when it's down on that day or those couple days it's down, you might get at a good price and then catch the pump. However, there's some that like today, New Cypher's up 27%. So you can't go wrong if you were to get in earlier today or yesterday, stuff like that.
New Cypher's it right now.
If you scroll down even farther, you have a section called Rewards. I think that unlocks after a couple days. Or maybe,
I did it right away.
Did you? Okay,
yeah,
so
there's some people, I think you may be able to get it right away. I think since you have to go through the verifications of your driver's license, bank account, things like that, I think if you make it official and kind of verify everything sooner, you can do the rewards sooner.
Yeah.
I think is how that works.
And the good thing in there is you can get up to around like what, $40?
31 is what mine was. So I got $31 for free after I signed up.
Yeah, so you can just go in the rewards section, get some free little pieces of crypto.
They'll give you like different ones that maybe you haven't heard of or that they say is up and coming or newer, things like that.
Yeah.
Even if it's $1, some $3. I think one I got $9 for free.
Yeah, they have like some looking there now. They have Cosmos, Tezos, Cello, New Cypher. So you'll get all those for free little pieces of it, and you can move it around inside of Coinbase.
You can put it into Bitcoin. So you can get $31. You could put $31 into Bitcoin free, just by starting up and verifying things. So that's something we recommend to get started. Download Coinbase, feel it out, watch it.
And the cool thing is on the very bottom below that too, they have the news, so you can see just recent news articles or anything about cryptocurrencies.
Really interesting stuff.
So you can just check that up daily and just take a look at it.
You can watch your different cryptocurrencies by the hour, by the day, by the week, by the year, their entire lifespan, and that'll just kind of get you introduced into how much they're worth, what they started at, and you can see.
Yeah, is it at its all-time high? Has it never hit an all-time high yet, and now it's the all-time high? Do you want to chase after that and think it's going to go higher? You can read about news about that specific coin on that page inside of Coinbase. So a lot of information in there. If you guys have questions on anything specific in the app, let us know, and then we can elaborate on that.
Right. So don't forget to use the referral code if you do sign up, because if you invest anything over $100, we'll both get $10 for free. So that's pretty cool. Another really popular question that almost everybody who's asked me about Bitcoin has asked is, do I have to buy an entire Bitcoin? Because if you didn't know, Bitcoin's going up to $57,000 right now. Not just anybody has $57,000 to invest to grab like an entire Bitcoin. So Steven's going to kind of elaborate on that.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, like right now I'm just looking on here. If I were to buy $100 in Bitcoin on Coinbase, it'll tell you I'll get 0.00170749. So it sounds like ridiculously small.
Sounds like very, very little bit.
But you're getting a portion of that Bitcoin.
It's similar to stocks when it comes into that.
And before you actually buy it, it'll give you a preview and tell you, okay, you're going to get that much Bitcoin, and they're going to charge you $2.99 for that purchase, Coinbase fee. And then you're going to have that little bit of Bitcoin in your portfolio, and you can watch that increase from $100 value in US to maybe it'll go to $120 in a couple days or a couple weeks. But just depends on how Bitcoin's doing at that time when you purchased it. and then now it's going to start changing value based on U.S. currency.
Right. Yeah. My first investment was only $100, but because they had taken some out, that's all I started with originally. So the next one is our experience. So we're going to kind of explain like a little bit of like excitement or like the few things that we've invested and then profited. So I guess you can go first because I only have two little situations.
So I know, just off the top of my head, back in November, I got Bitcoin at $8,900 and I bought a half of one. So around then I spent about $4,500 for a half of Bitcoin. And as you know, today, that would be worth around $28,000. So you can see that huge increase. I know it's a big investment. I put in $4,500, but that's only because I've been doing this for years, so I trust and have confidence in it.
Yeah.
I would never suggest someone throw that in as a new person,
Right.
but let's say you put $100 in, you can see that if that multiplied by 5 or 6, whatever that is, you could have made $500, $600 off $100.
And if you do 1,000, you add an extra zero onto that. So it just depends on which ball court you're really in.
Yeah, so you have to just kind of start with what you're comfortable with. Like we always say, we're not telling you to throw your money in, but if you
definitely feel comfortable with it and research, like we keep telling you, make sure you're educated too before you do something like that.
And that kind of leads on to the next.
Hold on, let me explain this one.
Oh, yeah.
Can you check NewsCypher for me real quick?
Yeah.
So there's a new up and coming one. It's probably one of my most exciting. It's kind of like we compare like Dogecoin to like beginners play because it's like a few dollars a piece and not like 57,000 a piece. It's at 99 cents. That's cool. I kind of guessed that. So I bought NewsCypher January 29th. So it was, just a few weeks ago.
22
It was 22 cents when I bought it, and I have 80 shares of it, and now it's 99 cents, which is an entire dollar. So you think about Child's Play, but you think of like I have 80 quarters, now I have $80, so it's the difference of like how much you invest in. If I would have, put an extra zero on the end, I'd have a lot more money. So that's just one of my exciting things. But another realistic point of view, originally when I started with Coinbase, which I think a lot of my friends that might start out, I only invested $100 and they took a fee from me. So I ended up about $96. I did all my rewards the first few days and I got about 130 total, 120, something like that. Within 2 weeks, I was up like to 275, and I took out my initial investment, so I've been just investing on that investment. So I haven't put in any more money, but it's a few $100s now that's in there that I could take out if I wanted, or I could just let gain. So
straight house
it's just
money.
it's just a little bit relatable for some people who are looking to just put like maybe a little in to feel it out. That may make you feel more comfortable. That's been one of my beginning experiences. Even listening to Steven for like 5 years now. I wish I would have done it back then, just like everyone else says.
That's what I always say. It's too late, but it's still early.
Still up and coming, and it's never going to be too late to acknowledge yourself and try. So I did that, and that was just a little bit of like the few things that I've done myself. But another question that people have been reaching out to me, they say they're very nervous, they're super scared to start. So like, what's your advice to make me comfortable?
So I always say if you're nervous or still a little skeptical and you just kind of want to like see what it could be, maybe you don't invest anything and you just there's on CoinCap, which we'll go into in a different video. You can make what they call an altfolio, kind of like it just tracks what you have. You could just superficially put in, okay, I have this much in one coin, and let it just track it for you. So you could say I have 0.001 Bitcoin, even though you don't really purchase it. And it will actually track it as if you did have it. Or you could just simply,
you would put $100.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do the math and say you put $100 in, and then just watch it and don't exactly do it.
But even better, I think we could tie this in now, is what we're gonna try to do tomorrow, either on Coinbase or Crypto.com. I'm going to put $1,000 in. And I'm going to tell you guys what coins I purchase, and I'm going to leave that wallet completely separate from all of my other currencies. That way nothing gets mixed up and you get confused. You can actually see how my $1,000 investment with my specific coins I choose will be. And then as we go along in the videos, you can actually see, we'll update you with, hey, that $1,000 investment is now at $1,100. Now it's at $1,200. maybe it goes down to 800.
Yeah.
You can see that day by day and see as if you were to purchase $1,000 in different cryptocurrencies, and we'll kind of go through that, and that'll be kind of fun to see like a separate amount, how much I can turn it into with $1,000 investment.
So,
not everyone can afford that, but hey, taxes are coming up, refunds, and we have stimulus
we
coming
just
up
sold
too.
a vehicle, our old Tahoe, since we have this newer one. So we had a little bit of money. We're like, why not? I'm going to try to dim this down, and I keep laughing, but I say it is second grade, but it's only because Steven's so advanced that sometimes I'm like... So, like, what we're saying with $1,000 is... when he talks about investing in all these different coins, we say like New Cipher, we've said Ethereum, we've said Bitcoin. We're going to put $1,000 flat. It's going to be almost like a study that you guys can watch us if you're nervous or scared. And you can see that our $1,000 on a good day went up to 12 or, you know, a few $100s here and there. And then you can see how it'll go, on a bad day be down, but we're going to keep it there no matter what, because that's what we think the long-term investment and most profit is.
And we can always tell you, hey, I'm going to move this amount of this to this that day, because I'm not doing all Bitcoin. I always recommend
mixing it up and doing your study, seeing which ones you're interested in that you think are gonna up and come. I mean, it is all not exactly a gamble, but just researching and seeing where you think your money would make the most money in, depending on the days or the weeks. So the $1,000 is gonna turn into who has any idea how much, but we're going to watch that. We're going to do that live with you guys. So those that are skeptical, that are like, there's no way you guys just bought your new Tahoe with crypto cash. Like, how does that even make sense? We're going to show you guys putting in $1,000 and mixing it up depending on, you know, what we think is best with which currencies are doing good and doing bad. And that's going to just kind of hopefully make you guys more comfortable with our entire situation.
And I'm going to keep that separate from my other wallets,
right.
But... I mean, with us selling that truck, I'm definitely putting more than that 1,000 in. It's just I want to show you.
Well, and then we get the next stimulus, and we both talked about investing more. So when that happens, we'll be like, hey, not only is anybody happy about stimulus, you guys can watch us put more in. So say that 1,000 got to, you know, 15 by the time stimulus comes, and we choose to put like another 1,000 in or whatever. You'll see that obviously... what we own will go up, but you'll also see how we play with it and maybe start getting like a feel of the game, kind of.
But as always, if you have any more questions, let us know. Comments, like, subscribe, and comment on this. If you have any future questions you want us to go more in depth on, I could go on for hours on all of it. So you have to kind of point me in the right direction. Otherwise, I'll just start rambling on a subject on it. So.
Yep, and then please don't forget to help us with name suggestions. We're trying to come up with that so I can make a Facebook page, and then we can go live on Facebook with YouTube at the same time. So help us with that.
And that's it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully we didn't bore you, and hopefully you guys start investing because it's never too late.
Yes, and there's plenty to be made.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.